know, that's why Keeper of the Light was strong for such a huge portion of time. That's why Chen was strong for such a big portion of time. It's because they had that recall ability that meant that you didn't have to play around this 80-second TP control. Topside, they're making a little bit of play onto skill A, but it's just so hard to kill him.
Sorry, you want to... Yeah, you want to say that again? I mean, mid lane, Gotcha Boy's about to go down as well. Playing off the back of the bottle tricks here.
Oh, Lina, mid lane.
Oh, Gotcha Boy. With the rotation from Zorain, once again, another support looking to help out this trickier matchup, but Gotcha Boy is going to be able to survive on a slither of health, and he's even got the water rune to play off the back of too. Zorain's going to be a bit cautious.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I think his positioning is just fine, right? He's just trying to scare away the Lina so that she loses an entire wave of experience here. You gotta make sure you're dying, right?
Gotta make sure you don't get brought down. I mean, I'm missing the LSA. Gotcha Boy's probably just gonna go for the kill with Dragon Slate back up.
Why not?
He's got faster movement speed and he'll find it. So that's double Fairy Fire used to try and keep the line alive. A little bit of extra damage to the tower. See if he tanks it up. Yes, he will now. Towards a triangle though, Bumbuie. Trying to take away some of the stacks, or maybe just the experience away from the Storm Spirit. Even Gotcha Boy is looking to rotate on over as well. Laguna cuts down the Storm Spirit. Now they can turn over the IO as well, as Savage connecting on the torrent gives him the opportunity to get the price for the 2-for-1. And oh, would you look at that?
I was about to say reasonably happy with how Nightstalker's farm has been, but when you compare it to Savage's, not exactly.
I don't know if you kill Savage. Yeah, like trying to invade the jungle with a Conker, who's level 9 at the moment. 1900 health when he has the armlet popped, so... Yes, he has gonna have to force the boat out defensively. Meanwhile, mid lane, Young PH, however, diving deep on Bumbuie. They're gonna use the first Dark Ascension as well. They're gonna continue to chase down Savage, but he'll just TP out straight in their faces, and now they're gonna have to turn their attention to the Bane instead, as Bumbuie will still end up going down to a 1-for-1, but...
They can do this. They can go right now. Unavoidable annoyance whenever you're playing this.
Top lane,
right? Like
Bumbuie, he just found a Fiend Scoop for out of the fog there, Morphling. And we see the Ire still not playing around with the carry at the moment, so they're still going to look to take the fight though. Young PH looking to start at the moment, but he's still going to be cautious. They've got a lot of burst potential. Sonic Wave drop, Laguna Blade to help, and I mean, now even Savage is going to look to make his movement over with the early boots of travel, as it's all motivate to start this game.
I think you're always a little bit worried just around the nighttime sort of period. Maybe they're just waiting for that classic DD outside the Roche pit to be able to make it happen.
Okay, so he's just able to find the Lincolns. Of course, they do have a decent amount of AoE stuns, however. They're going to be cautious they don't use all of them, though, so the Morphling can TP out. It's going to go for it now, but Masteros... Oh, he's going to be able to find him through the tree line, so now the Morphling stuck with no opportunity to be able to TP out, so he's going to have to rely on the Eye to get back involved, but like you said, they've already played off the relocate. Getting some assistance, waveform now. What's happening down bottom, though? Oh, big Sonic Wave. Zoran in trouble, turns with the Finger of Death, but it's not going to matter as Gotcha Boy. He's still got the BKB in the arsenal, and the rest are Yangon. I mean, you're playing off the Nightstalker to be able to TP in, but you know there's no assistance from the Morphling at this stage in the game.
Dangerous. He's a little low here on Savage. They pop the dust. Oh, actually,
he's that low. Okay.
Radiant's middle.
And as well, he doesn't have the boat available, or he didn't have the mana for the boat, rather. So that's a big part of his survivability as well.
Mid lane. They're trying to start the fight on the Nightstalker, though, so it's going to put Q in a bit of a compromised position as Young PH reveals the Orchid, so they turn it back around. Now they're eyeing up Masteros as well. Another kill getting bled from Motivate, and I mean, Nightstalker's not done just yet. They're going to turn their attention to Bumbuie. He's got Gotcha Boy being a bit of a deterrent for the Nightstalker at the moment. Looks like with the safety of the tier 2.
I like the fact that you've got Nightstalker sitting up here, and they know that Gacha Boy is coming, so I wonder if this might be a relocate play.
He's got the Aegis, but they're more than happy to get rid of the first life. There's the relocate. Let's see if they can do it a second time as well. They've got the ward in the lane too, so they're going to see the rest of Motivate coming on over. Stampede to reposition, but he didn't pop the BKB. He's got to do so now afterwards, and Gacha Boy playing with about half health with the relocate. And they brought them out of the area, but unfortunately the Morphling, they didn't bring him. KSH still gonna go down. You take into consideration, then he can become more into a core. I mean, you got to do something. Your objectives are getting obliterated from this double damage. And I mean, Centaur, that's the target you want to bring down. Jump in the eye. We've spoken a lot about Yangon looking to deal with the Bane, but for Motivate, it's all eyes on blowing up skill lane. They do that.
Whenever I refer to like the Quap versus the Lina, this is what I'm talking about. This is what you're able to do. Yes, it's influenced by the fact that he's got a double damage, but a Quap can't do this. A Quap can't siege and deal this much consistent damage in a team fight.
Dude,
Quap can't do that.
What was... Alright. I mean, you got a Lotus of the Lino who's still got BKB in ages, and Gacha Boy feels like he needs to pop it on the first life. Let's see how confident he feels now to stick around. 2 heroes buying back. Nightstalker's going to try and find the angle to jump in, but we saw what happened previously. Honestly, it might just turn around and rip him apart as well. I'm going to use the boat, but now with the Stampede, they'll push them further back, eyeing up the Nightstalker. A die back for the position. 3. Young PH is in the middle along with the Morphling, so they'll get rid of the first life. But still Motivate all their heroes. They're so goddamn tanky. Zorine into safety though. They're going to be able to at least cancel off the Fiend, skip it off to the side. Mastros again runs into Young PH. The hoof stomp to control, making sure there's no escape. Melina's still not even dead just yet. KSH is going to have to play off the back of the Queen of Cain replicate to go through the ethereal form. But regardless, 4 down and still up the high ground they go.
What else
Going to do his best. It's morphing into the Queen of Pain. That backdoor protection is going to be just fine. We've also got that wave coming in on the top side of the map, so even doing his absolute best to try and push this. It's a ballsy move. EQ will go down. He's got the Yules.
I mean, he's doing exactly what he has to do at this stage. You blow up the Bane, get rid of the supports. Yeah, get your games in, start building up the relics because you're not going to see them. You're not going to see Zorine as well. Gacha Boy just blows up the line once again. I mean, we've seen some rough positioning this game from the support, and now they're going to eye up the Nightstalker as well on the high ground. But they've got to keep in mind, though, Massos... Woo! I mean, that's a hoof stomp to end all games here. On to 3. Boom Booey finds a control as well and Motivate. Their first game with Savage looking really, really good.
Really, really solid. 23savage is still with T1 and was not allowed to stand in for another team until an arrangement is brought into place.
You're trying to get that last little bit of right-click damage. Zorine might go...
That was clever.
From the
he
Death Prophet,
walked underneath the tower, yeah, just to make sure if there was any kind of vision there. I'm going to steal that, and I'm going to use that in my pubs.
It's something I've liked to see. Ooh, Young PH, one more right-click. Has Gacha Boy got the movement speed advantage? He does, so he's going to continue chasing. Gets the Tide Burn. Who cares what Toy?
Toy's a little bit of trouble.
Well, look at the mana coming back, though, thanks to the Snake. And well, now all of a sudden... the damage being heavily mitigated, and now the Tide Hunter's going to be in trouble, so they'll tick him down. If Conquer comes for the runes, oh, of course it's a haste. Well, a bit of issues now if you deny out the haste. You don't have a way to try and retreat. He might get the kill, though. At least he's going to get some solo gold and experience before he dies, but it's another kill given over to Gacha Boy, however. So we'll see if they continue to... enable to do so eventually. Young PH? Oh, they get the timing with the X. Boom Boo is going to be able to show up as well to make sure the chain control is perfect. They even get lucky enough with the multicast. So it's going to be Yangon playing off the back of their ultimates. That's the one nice thing about their lineup is Masteros looking to find some more dual damage as well. As well, Ember can't really eat the arrow to keep the Death Prophet alive, but still Young PH at least has some more bottle charges to work around with to be able to refill the resources. Keep in mind though, Ravage, Motivate, Kisses both on cooldown, so this is definitely an engagement that's going to favor Motivated. Now that they've taken the tier 1 tower, there's no defensive structure to be able to retreat to as they kill off the Snapfire. Now they can turn to aim down Tide as well. Gacha Boy, unstoppable, 12 minutes 30 in.
When he used the Stone Gaze, made sure the Tide Hunter was caught by the... turning into stone as well. So just little things that he's doing quite well, making a nice showing for him. Of course, he's no 23savage, but he's still a very good player in his own right.
Gacha Boy as well. Double Bracer Ogre Axe, but that's not going to be enough to keep him alive with the Morphling getting involved as well, so...
he's got to try and live for as long as possible and be a nuisance.
Okay, Sage. They see him. Doesn't get the attribute shift fast enough. A quick and easy kill. I think the Lincoln's just got delivered, man. It literally got delivered a couple of seconds after the Lincoln's jump. Would you go like 1-1-3 or 2-1-2?
I would go, yeah,
2-1-2. Ravage bottom with kisses, and they just blow up the Medusa. She, I think, had the Menace Shield available, so not really helping out too much, though. It's just the massive amount of damage coming out from thanks to the back of the ultimates, and they will still run into the snap fight. Gacha Boy playing off the haste. It's going to be up in a couple of seconds. He'll use the torrent instead, but will not cancel.
He's 146 ranks, so according to God King Ponlo, he is a very good player.
Dual arrow to fly. He needs a couple more procs at the moment of courage. He won't get it, but regardless, Masteros is having a really good game.
They might luck out here, though. You just had the ult Masteros.
Lincoln's popped as well. It's going to be back up in a couple of seconds. He's got to use it now. All right, too late. And now they're going to see them away from the team. So Morphling's going to look to reconnect. If they cancel the TP, they did. They're going to be able to get rid of the Lincolns.
That was really good.
He doesn't have too much health to play with now, especially with Mirana showing up with the arrow. And now, back by the outpost we go. Looks like Exism committed. They still have Ravage. They still have Mortimer Kisses as well. So Yangon, even though it is a 4-on-4, they're going to feel like they're in a position to continue pushing on for more, but
it wouldn't affect the company.
So is this where Gacha Boy's flaming for the itemizations? Like, come on, you're supposed to be amplifying me. Where's your Solar Crest? Screw the Deucers. Poor old Skille. Just Gacha Boy's things. Chasing down. We got a Jewel off to the side as well. Another support just giving away the life. Masteros 90 damage now. Portoy in the front line. Boombui almost in a position as well if he can pop the smoke, but everyone else making sure they're not clumped up for the Ravage. There's a pretty solid angle to take the fight though. I'm just going to look to start, man. What a Ravage. Onto 3. They'll turn to the Mirana. Now the Oak is getting brought relatively low as well, but Toy can stand his ground as the Stone Gaze is going to continue to push Yangon back. They're going to try and deal with Zoraid to cut away the Exorcism. And with the use of the boat crashing down on the Death Prophet, they'll get rid of his life. And now they'll look over to KSH as well as Mastros is in once again. They've gotten rid of the Lincolns. The control needs to be on point afterwards as well, considering the waveform's back up and available. Gonna be able to dodge the X perfectly, but it doesn't matter. Toy with the Skadi slow makes the death inevitable. I believe that is a dieback on the Mirana.
It's another 20, soon to be 30 damage for Masteros. He's up to plus 90 now. He's got a BKB as well, so he's able to just run it.
Look at this. Setting up on top. And needs a couple more procs. And he'll get it. A bit unlucky, I think he used the Solar Crest on the Crete Wave, so didn't have the extra armor. Gacha Boy is going to run to multiple Yangon heroes as well that were trying to set the bait for the Legion Commander, but I mean, now with that information, the rest of Motivate going to look to TP on in the area. They got a way to cancel off the escape from the Tide Hunter, and they're going to split up their forces. 2 chasing down the position, 3, and then the rest trying to identify the issue with the Death Prophet as well. So Motivate, more and more kills being funneled into Radiant. Poke and prod. Burn that mana, but you're even amplifying him with the Aghanim Shard on Mastros as well. They get rid of the Tide Hunter. Kraken Shell ain't gonna do naught. Burst the Jewel, so it's gonna be forced to buy back, and so this will allow Motivate just to reset. Wait for the next creep wave to come on over. So what happened previously, they looked to take the angle with a long wraparound, but Gacha Boy, I mean, on point with his positioning, recognizing this without a shadow of a doubt. He's in a position to be able to pop the smoke, and now with the Tide Hunter, I mean, he's really the angle back in, just hoping and praying for a multi-hero Ravage, but if they can cancel that blink, it just makes it so much more difficult.
Who's he throwing to his death?
Pipe. It's just a dieback.
He's already got blink, though.
Yeah, but it feels like...
Well, looks like he's going to try.
Alright, there we go. Chuck in.
See you later.
They all split away. BKB from both cores. So Massive will turn, gets a freebie. That's a dieback on the Tide. They'll blow up the Death Prophet as well, and guess what? Toy is inside the base. It doesn't even matter. They can't even push past the Medusa to offer any assistance to the Ember.
Battle.
Oh, no. They get rid of the Ember Spirit. It looks like... What is going on?
Is it Mablusa? Is that going to win?
Oh! They got KSH. Thought he actually timed it.
Oh, the arrow?
Alright, well, that's even better arrow. Jules still on Quinn for another 15. I mean, no one's got buyback, and yeah, you're at a stage where it is GG territory. Mastros is going to end the game perfectly with 200 damage. I'm imagining. He's still got Jewel up in a couple seconds. Maybe doesn't make it look so perfect.
You're crazy if you think they're not diving that fountain.
Come on. More kills. Buff the stats. Alright, there we go. Well, it does have the mana shield, so maybe they're actually not going to get it. And they won't. Alright, well, they get the kill. The G's are dropped. Still finishing the game on 200 damage. And Motivate, Savage, Toy, doesn't matter. A convincing series victory over Yangon. They're going to move on forward into the upper bracket final, and they will face the winner of Team Orca or Kobolds to